Guys, good morning and welcome back once again. In today's video, I want to show us or tell us the components of a senator. I believe before we proceed in the cutting processes, we all should have known the components before we proceed. Right here on the board, I have some areas I listed. One, the front block or the bodies, that's the front panel of the clothes. The back block or the bodies, that's the back panel of the clothes. The sleeve, either long sleeve or short sleeve. The facing, both back and front. The pockets, and then the flap. Now these 6 areas are the areas you must see in your outfit. So right here I have an outfit with me, which I will show you all the parts I have mentioned right there. So this is the front panel of the clothes. The front part of the clothes is the front block, that's the front bodies. This is the front bodies. The one here is the front bodies, and then the back is the back bodies. So right here now, the facing, the sleeve is the sleeve for the long sleeve. This is the sleeve, and then if you look at the cloth outfit, the clothes very well, you are seeing extra material on top of it. This is the facing, which serves as the design, and then the flap is the long Ankara material here. This is the flap, and then the back facing as well is this you are seeing over here, right? So I will also show us in another form the components of a senator. So right here on the dummy, I have my senator as well. Now this is a complete made sewn senator, and then this is how our works should be looking like, if not more than this. So right here, you see the flap. This is the flap I have on the board. This is the front block. This is the pockets, which you can put your design on or leave it blank, or they have different types of pockets, which I also show us in our cutting processes. And then this is the short sleeve of the senator, and then turning the back. It was pinned at the back. Let me unpin it and show you the back facing. So these are the components you must see. So this area now is called the back facing or back queue, right? So these are the things you should see. And then when you take a closer look on the senator, you're going to notice that at the seam, at the folding edge, wasn't sewn. It was gummed, which are used and made use of our hemming gum in gumming. So this hemming gum helps us to have a nice and neater finishing when we are working. So the reason I'm showing you all these things so that you should know what you should expect in your results or in your products you'll be making. So you use your hemming gum to hem such outfits so that it will give you an enhanced look and a better finishing. So looking at the down part as well, we also have the same hemming gum applied. Now in our the last senator I showed you, the first one I showed you, let me wear it on top of this one, and then also I'll explain to you. Then in this other senator, we have our normal closing done here. This is the blue one. I want to show something on it. So right here, okay, now this is our blue senator, right? And then this is the facing. Now the red one also have facing. I made use of material gum to turn it inside. Now the help of this facing is to help us secure the neck region. That's sew the neck region and then do the placket opening here. So now the essence of the flap is to cover the placket opening. Now you can either have a flap, shoulder button, or shoulder zip. So in the case whereby you're making use of flap, you don't need to use shoulder button anymore. In the case whereby you're making use of flap, you don't need to have shoulder zip anymore. It's either you use the flap, or here it becomes closed, and then you make use of a shoulder button or shoulder zip, which I will show us in the cutting processes how to go about all these methods. And then using shoulder button or shoulder zip is dependent on the style in question you want to make. There are some designs you are going to make whereby you are meant to create the whole designs on the front facing or the front block of the outfit, thereby the flap will not be accepted to interrupt or to come across the designs, right? So you should be mindful of the designs you make and then know how to go about it. So right here we also have the back facing, which I have shown us in the previous video. This is the back facing, right? And then it's also used to seal the back neck region. Now in some cases you see that there's what we call piping or taping of the neck, which I will also let us know when we are cutting our senator. So this is my sleeve. This is the cuff the curve measure, the curve. I will tell us the measurements, but I want to introduce to us these aspects or these terms, where and where you can find them. Now, this stuff here is the placket. This stuff is a placket. It's called a placket. I will show us how to cut it and how to attach and put it. Then, looking at our side opening, we have a side opening here, right? Now, this opening is not for fancy. It has its own measurement. Now, from the armhole to this point is always 13 to 15 inches for a normal top length. But for a longer top length, you are meant to have it to be longer. That means the opening will be a bit smaller than this. So, right here, we are trying to illustrate or show us a typical example of an African outfit or attire that you might be reproducing on your own at the end of this class. So these areas now are the areas I will show us how to cut and how to achieve it, to cut the sleeves to make them look better than this. Now, if you notice, this my senator is opened. Now, they have two types of opening here. The one that is just open straight and the one that have overlapping, which I will show us on the red one. So after I must have shown you this, then this my opening here is different from the one on the blue, right? So this is called overlapping, meaning the back block is going inside towards the front area of the outfit. It makes the work look a bit more mature and neater. So it's for, like, let's say, when you're making for a high-class customer, you try to apply this flap overlapping opening at the sides here. So now, if you look at this connector now, there was a material I used in piping the neck. It's still the same material I used, and it was sewn 3 times. Now, the essence of all these things I'm trying to show us so that you bear in mind what a typical senator looks like and then how to go about it. Now, the pocket can be plain, can be any design of your choice, but for this particular outfit, this was the design I wanted to create, and then this is how it came out. Then let's also take a look at the inside of our outfit for us to know how the inside looks like. Because if you are trying to replicate a nice sewing, you must as well replicate a nice finishing. So the inside as well is of great essence. Likewise, how the outside is of great essence. Because this is what will differentiate you from the regular or the common tailor out there. Now, looking at the inside, it was properly weaved. See, this is how neat the inside should be. You must weave. No threads should be showing at the edges of your outfit. That's now, at this point, the importance of a weaving machine is needed. So this is how the inside should be. All your outfits must be weaved and then properly sewn and ironed. So you see, in our male sewing, ironing and gumming are of great essence. So that's the reason why I first showed you that iron comes first in whatever you're doing as regards to male clothing. Now, this white stuff here is called the cloth gum, the material gum, which we used in adding more texture to the outfit so that it will make it last the test of time. So I used it to secure the neck, turn it inside, and then iron it, and it gums to the outfit. So this is how your inside of the outfit should be, and then you see how properly sewn it is. So this video is just trying to show us the components of a senator and then trying to let us know what we should be expecting on our next video. Now, our next video, I will handle the aspects of neckline measurement, crouch determination for trouser, and then our armhole, because these 3 areas are of great essence in all our dealings on male clothing, even as they regards to female senator as well. So right here, I want to as well encourage us to be more dedicated in the work, no matter the level of your sewing. Even if you are a newbie or a novice in the business, try to have faith that you can do this. If I can do it, you can as well do it. So my next video will come on the neckline, armhole, and the crouch, how to get these areas. And then I believe all of us might have known that this is the neckline. The circumference of the neck is the neckline. From the shoulder to the armpit here is the armhole. Now the crouch, which I will also show on our trouser. So right here, we will start videos on how to make our top, and then I will send the videos on the necklines, and then subsequently the videos on how to draft a perfect outfit. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to ask questions whenever you feel like, and then I will reply you accordingly. See you in class.